This is our second video on solving equations that involve fractions. The good news is these are only one-step equations, so they're not too tricky. I guess the bad news is we still have to work with fractions, but that's okay. We've been working on it, so we're pretty good at this now. So our first example, 7 over 9 times m equals negative 5 over 12. So the thing you want to focus on is here's your variable, here's our m, and what operation is happening between your variable and the fraction. This is multiplication. So m is being multiplied by a 7 over 9. We want to do the opposite of that. Opposite of multiply is divide. So I'm going to divide by a 7 over 9 on both sides. 7/9 divided by 7/9 cancels. So we have the m alone, and now we just have to figure out how are we going to do this math. So you have the top fraction divided by the bottom fraction. I do think it's easier if you rewrite this so it's horizontal. This is really what we're looking at. The top fraction will always be the first one that you write. So we have negative 5/12 divided by 7/9. What we're going to remember is we never really divide fractions. Instead of dividing, first one stays the same. You change your operation to multiplication. We multiply by the reciprocal, so we're going to flip that second fraction, 9 over 7. Now it's just a multiplication problem, so we'll look for maybe if there's some cross-reducing we can do, which I do see the 9 and the 12 can both be divided by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And that looks like the only reducing I can find. I'm going to go ahead and multiply the numbers we have left. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. And 4 times 7 is 28. So our variable m equals negative 15 over 28. So you're definitely going to feel on these like you're doing some work off on the side. That's okay, because we've been doing this work for the whole chapter. Alright, 1/3 x equals 2/9. Again, focus on the operation that's multiplication between your variable and the 1/3. Opposite of multiplying is to divide by 1/3. Divide by 1/3 on both sides. X is alone, so we look to the other side and say, alright, we have to do all of that math. Let's rewrite it. We have 2/9 divided by 1/3. And again, here's that division. Instead of division, we're going to rewrite it as multiplying by the reciprocal. And then maybe there's some reducing we can do. I see that another 9 and 3 again. Or well, no, yeah, kind of. All right, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then we can go ahead and multiply the numbers that we have left. 2 times 1 is 2 over 3 times 1 is 3. So we have x equals 2/3. So when you have these one-step equations with fractions, you really want to focus on the operation so you know to do the opposite of that, and then just pay attention to the fraction work. Do you need a common denominator? Do you flip and multiply? Do you cross-reduce? And if you keep those straight, then you'll do great. That rhymed.